So much on the line right now. They've both come so far. Only one can fully succeed. In the upper right, PartinG, probably the best micro, along with Marine King in the world.
Yeah, you know, I would say for sure his Stalker micro is the best. I think overall his micro is one of the best as well.
Colossi micro, very good.
Yeah, very much so. That's so true. Well, this is a map that's really good for Blink Observer. You know, might be the best map for Blink Observer, even. We see it a lot on this map. But these guys know that, and they have been mixing it up left and right, up and down. So it's anyone's guess what build they're going to do.
Well, you know, we're really seeing, out of all the moments of desperation to succeed, to win, what you think you're the strongest with, what you think works best in a PvP, we're going to see what these two think it is right now.
Yeah,
out of all the moments in their entire pro gaming careers, it's coming down to this.
This is actually the most important moment. To
yeah.
become the world champion. I mean, being a GSL champion is pretty big. Okay, being an OSL champion, MLG champion.
There's one
champion,
WCS a year.
That's it. There's 5
GSLs a year. GSL is a seasonal tournament.
Well, this is the biggest prize
This is the
pool.
Olympics of esports.
There you go. So, I don't know, man. I'm excited to see. Creator has gone for kind of an early gate here, so we could see him do, you know, another rush. But no, he's chrono boosted his probes enough time. It doesn't look like that's what it's going to be.
Cybernetic score, of course, on the way. Again, it's a real treat to be down here in Shanghai. This is, in fact, my second time to be down here for the purpose of StarCraft 2.
That's right.
And I believe it's your fourth? Or no, third, right? Fourth, okay. Yeah. Wonderful city.
In fact,
Chinese people, wonderful people, very friendly, very sweet to us since we've been down here.
They really are. You know, in fact, the first time that we came to Shanghai was to play in the first StarCraft 2 LAN ever.
That's right, and we were the 3 Americans. It was you, me, and Idra.
Yep.
And
Team Korea.
Yep, Team Korea, and there was Team China. And we managed, Team China won. We managed to beat Team Korea, though.
Yep.
Probably the only time the North Americans will ever beat the Koreans again.
Could be.
And the Chinese, in fact, beating the Koreans.
Yep.
But the Chinese ultimately winning there. Here, however, we do have one-on-one here. Both of these players, Korean, both playing Protoss. Now, imagine coming this far and you fail. Even though you're going to get, oh, all right, not too much information you could have gleaned.
Yeah.
Imagine coming this far and failing. I mean, now is when you need to have it. You have to have it. It's all down to this one moment. Within this next hour, we're going to crown a king.
That's true, and it is probably about within the next hour because this
PvP is pretty volatile.
It's a quick matchup, and we have a maximum of 3 games left. So it is going taste as well. So far, it's a 3 Stalker rush for PartinG. Probably will throw down his Twilight really soon here, whereas Creator going for a 1 Gateway Robotics. So this might turn into the classical bash, the classical matchup, I'm sorry. My brain was getting way ahead there, of the Blink Stalker against Robotics, which, you know, on this map, I feel like it may favor slightly Blink Stalker with Observer. But if you're really good with your Immortals, with your Observers, with your Gateway units, you can hold. And, ooh, never mind. It's Robotics from both.
Okay. Could go into a standard PvP here in the mid-game.
Yeah, definitely could.
Nobody trying to draw the knife just yet.
And if I'm actually Creator right now, because of all these Stalkers, I'm thinking, you know what, there's going to be a Twilight. So
sure.
Because of that, you know, PartinG has faked him out and made a Nexus. Because PartinG, I mean, this is really actually quite brilliant. When you open up with 3 Stalkers, it's almost always going to be
Blink
the Blink Stalker on this map.
Sure.
So you notice Creator's sitting up his ramp instead of making an expansion. Well, PartinG, he's going to get his robots a little bit later, but whatevs,
you know,
because he's getting his Nexus so fast.
We're going to see if, in fact, PartinG can successfully dupe Creator. It's also going to depend on how Creator responds to this. Creator's still cranking out Immortals, gearing up to possibly be struck hard here. As you said, Artosis, PartinG building an economy, investing in the game later on.
You know, I was talking about this earlier with some pro gamers about how a lot of professional Protosses take their expansion too fast with the Immortal builds, because then the Blink Stalker builds can actually get them. But this game, taking it a bit too slow because of the mind games of Party.
Sure.
I'm loving this already, Tasteless. And as this observer does get over here, he's going to realize exactly what's going on. Oh my God, I have been duped.
Bad news here for Creator. Now, Creator's pretty good at handling situations like this. Both these guys very good at thinking on their feet. They're reactionary. They don't just go in there with a set plan and get stuck to it. And that's exactly why they're both here competing over who will be champion of the world in StarCraft 2.
Well, right now, Creator's getting his robotics bay and another gateway. This is really interesting. Well, his Nexus is almost done, but I wonder what his plan is here from getting such a quick Colossus. He may just want to gain a lead on that, or he may be saying, well, you know what, I'm gonna walk through your force fields because I have the Immortal lead, which actually he doesn't anymore because PartinG has been using that Chrono Boost really well.
Probe transfer now. Supply is essentially the same.
Well,
the one important thing to know is Creator will have the first Colossus out, but the problem is that the timing of the second, of PartinG's robotic support bay is that whenever they meet in the map, if Creator tries to engage first, PartinG will have the same amount.
But you know what? Creator's actually going for an all-in here, it looks like. He's getting out a Colossus. He's added a couple more gates. I expect to see him go for a 5 or 6 gateway attack with that Colossus to stomp force fields, whereas PartinG is quite obviously going for Immortal drops. So, you know, while this is going to hit pretty hard, Creator should have enough units here to deal with this.
Well, Warp Prism speed coming up here. PartinG definitely wants to have a long game.
And we have the Observer chase going down. Doesn't really matter all that much. Now, the Colossi is out. Another Colossi on the way for Creator.
All right, he's going to go for the probes here.
Yes, he is, and already knocking out a Warping and Pylon and dealing a lot of damage so far. You got to be careful with that Colossus.
Picking up and leaving now.
And
really nicely done here.
Yeah, PartinG's doing some really good damage so far. His speed is about to finish up, and there's very little anti-air here. So
that was him not concentrating there.
Yeah.
Force fielding against the Colossus, not a good idea.
All right, so PartinG pulling back for the moment. Creator
it is standing room, by the way, in here, guys. I cannot believe how many people are watching now.
It is barely standing room only because there's almost nowhere to stand. 10,000 tickets for this place sold out in like an hour after they opened it, and I think all those people are out here right now.
Yeah, it definitely looks like there's a lot of people in our audience right now.
All right, well, the attack is going to begin, Tasteless.
Creator is going for it. The question is PartinG going to be prepared?
Yeah, you know, a lot of units being warped in. He does have that double Colossus. We're going to have the second Colossus in a moment for PartinG. Also bringing back his Immortals and actually taking out that Pylon. Pretty nicely done there.
Very nicely done.
Supply blocks Creator, and that's a big deal.
Well, he might have to engage right now because he has to pick up supply somehow.
He has, exactly.
As funny as that sounds.
He has to start losing units if he wants to warp more in, and that's what he's going to want to do. So here we go, those two Colossi here of PartinG. They don't quite, oh my God, beautiful Immortal drop there. Just targeting down that Colossus, and they get it. A huge snipe, and in fact, Thermal Lance is about to finish. It's still a lot of units out here for Creator, but
getting that Colossus again, and boom!
Wow, beautifully done here by PartinG. His control so nice, and now with that Thermal Lance upgrade, I think he's going to be able to break through this army, but he's going to lose that Nexus, it looks like.
Well, he may be able to drive him back here. The two Immortals are what's actually very scary here.
And in fact, dropping some units back a little bit.
He is so good with this Warp Prism.
Yeah, just beautiful, beautiful micro going out. But these two Immortals of Creator still dealing a lot of damage.
Nice.
The Colossus, he still has 3 Colossus left, and just Stalkers left here for Creator.
Unbelievable. Oh. So sick. Perfect defense there by PartinG.
And even after all those probes that died, it's 37 against 35 with PartinG in the lead there. He's up in supply overall. He's got a vastly superior army. He can actually walk across the map and kill Creator right now. I don't think there's any chance for Creator to win this game.
Well, the observers slowly moving through. You know, the base here of Creator, I think PartinG saying, I think if I move forward, I can close this out. I'm going to be that much closer to being the victor here. Another Colossi about to pop out here. Actually, 2 more here for PartinG. And now closing in here at the expansion. He's got to be careful, though.
Yeah, he's got that range upgrade, though, and I think Creator's figuring out that he is going down to the game point now because PartinG definitely going to be able to kill off all these units.
Wow. And that